In this video, I'm going to answer the age-old question of whether you need one of these to go on one of these. So you've gone out and spent loads of money on a brand new, awesome, sharp, amazing lens. Why would you want to put one of these things on the front of it? And occasionally these are $3,000 lenses. Why would you put another piece of glass in front of the lens? Because you want to protect the lens from damage. The purists say that by putting a UV filter on the lens, it sometimes detracts from the image quality, because if these filters are not made well, whatever's kind of got aberrations on here, scratches, dirt or whatever, it's going to transfer onto the lens and it's going to ruin the image. If you do your research and you get a decent quality UV filter, it doesn't have to be one of those $200 ones in my opinion, because it's only a protective filter. If you get something that's reasonably decent, the whole point of this is, yes, the UV filter does reduce some of the weird light that you might get, but my major reason of getting a UV filter, I'm not talking about ND filters or polarizing filters, anything for effect. This is purely designed for me to have a peace of mind that if something was to fly at the camera, whether it's a bit of sand, a leaf, a rock, rain, whatever, that it's not going to put a crack in the front of the lens. And I'd much rather replace this than replace that. This is called Neewer, and it's a 62mm, because that's the lens diameter that fits on this Sony 10-20 E mount PZ f4G lens. That's a mouthful. And I got this from Amazon. Sometimes you can spend a lot more money on these UV filters and they can go up to like $200. And in my humble opinion, unless you're doing something really professional, again, as I struggle once again to get the plastic off this UV filter case, you don't really have to spend $200 on a UV filter. It's just really not necessary. All you want is that this filter, this is ridiculous trying to get this out. All you want is with this filter is that you just want to keep the lens protected and you want to keep the image as pristine as it was before you put this filter on. And it comes well packaged in this clear plastic container. So there it is. Now I'm just going to put this onto the lens. So all these things just screw onto the front of the lens. And be careful not to put it on so tight that you can't get it off, because one of the things that people have complained about, that they put this thing on, there's been a little bit of damage, they actually physically can't get the filter off. And that defeats the purpose of protecting the lens, is if you damage the filter and the filter in its course damages the lens itself. But you put it on, and the good thing about having a filter on it is that you can still put the lens cap on top of this and there's no issues at all. It doesn't cause any vignetting, so the filter does not get in the way of the image. And that's basically it. Now, whether you can tell a difference between this and before I put the filter on, hopefully not. And if it doesn't, and if you can't, then this is exactly what I wanted from this UV filter. And because I'm so terrible with prices, I'm actually going to go onto my phone and actually check out the exact price of this UV filter. So I purchased this only a couple of weeks ago, and the retail price of this for the 62mm filter is actually $22.99. The thing about UV lens filters is that it's kind of just like an insurance policy. You wouldn't go drive a car without insurance, and in my opinion, I wouldn't take an expensive lens out without something to protect the front glass. So this video was short and sweet. I hope you found it useful. A UV filter is a must in my opinion. Get one that's reasonably good in quality, but you don't have to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars in it. The main aim is to protect your lens from getting damaged if something was to hit the front of your camera. So thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you again in another video. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.